Welcome back to the Elevate the Enterprise series. As we close out the year 2024, we also close out the series. We spent a good amount of time talking about the Meraki MX, the MS, Secure Connect, the MR. We spent time talking about the dashboard. And today, we have another M something to talk about, the Meraki MV, the cameras. Yes, there's something else you can manage with the dashboard. So for those that are interested in bringing different teams together, different solutions together under one roof and unify them into a single dashboard, you can. We've been talking about it for weeks, and physical security is no different. That is another area that you can manage with the Cisco Meraki dashboard, that you can manage in the cloud. So today we'll spend a little bit of time talking about the Cisco Meraki MV and how you can cloud manage your cameras in the dashboard. What I found the most interesting about the Elevate the Enterprise series is that we've spoken to network engineers, we've spoken to security professionals, we've spoken to sysadmins. Now we're talking to folks in physical security. It doesn't seem to matter what team you are on, we can bring you into a single dashboard and cloud manage your solutions. It's a beautiful thing to see because that is the one Cisco story. When you take a look at networking, security, observability, collaboration, we can take these different areas and bring them together cohesively for one goal, which is to elevate your organization. Now, as we can take a look here, we see that there are different camera models that are out there, 24 models so far as of this recording. And whether it's indoor, whether it's outdoor, if you're looking for a camera that has a fisheye lens, a wide view, we have all those different types of cameras. And the way this works is that recording is retained on most of these cameras. Recording is retained on the camera. There's space on the camera for a certain number of days, depending on what resolution you have the recordings on. So you can view those cameras directly through the dashboard. If you're on site on the network, you can view them remotely as well. You can stream them remotely. There's even cloud retention in case there's the need for additional days of retention. And you can see here, there's different resolutions as well, depending on what camera you're looking for. The one I have here in the lab, here in the basement, is the MV2. It is a unique camera that you can pretty much deploy anywhere. It's flexible. It has a magnet in the back, so you can toss on a metal surface and it'll just hang there, and you power it up. It's pretty interesting. And this is where those sensors that I spoke about during the last video can connect to. These are like the gateways. Those sensors can connect via Bluetooth to these cameras, and from there, they're connected to the network. So you can easily deploy cameras and sensors in different areas and access points. All these things come together. Remember, the one Cisco story. That's what we're talking about. How these things work together. These are the cameras that are out there. I'll make sure to include the link. Let's take a look at my lab. And then we'll take a look at a demo environment as well that has a few more cameras than that I have here at home. We'll move over to my dashboard and we'll take a look at cameras. We'll click on cameras here and we'll see that I have an MV2. The MV2 really is just streaming. There's no retention on this particular camera. It's something that you can toss in a rack. And as we can see here, when I click on it, it is pointed at a rack. We'll take a look at this. Give it a second to load. And we can see there that it's pointed at the rack that I have in my lab, really just for example purposes. But you can deploy these cameras anywhere, right? It can be in retail, it can be in manufacturing. And the interesting part here is just like the sensors, we have a large group in the ecosystem that will work with you. Remember, this is API friendly, right? So you can take information from these cameras, whether it's a person that's walking, whether it's a vehicle, and you can use it for your organization's advantage, whether it's people counting. Perhaps you're counting different items on a conveyor belt. Perhaps if you're in retail, you're looking for that school bus that's coming. That way you can get ready to cook. Or why not automate those things? When you see that school bus coming, automatically something turns on. So these are the ideas that we want to work with organizations on. And as you can see here, there's analytics. The MV2 is a simple camera, so I want to take you into other areas, into different demo environments, That way you can kind of see what you can look at, especially when you have a video wall. But here we can take a look at different settings. Right now it's at 1080p. If I wanted to drop that down, especially if it's a camera that has retention, I can increase the time with a lower resolution, of course. And there's different things that I can do. There's different areas that I can set up, especially if I want to record people, or there's different areas that I can set up to block the recording of people. If I don't want to look at a specific area, you can set up those guards within the dashboard as well. Let's switch over though, and we'll take a look at a place that has a lot of cameras. So this is a demo environment out in San Francisco. This is our San Francisco office. As you can see here, MV33s, 73Xs, different resolutions, different types of cameras, depending on what you need. But the magic that I really want to show you is the video, the Meraki Vision portal. We'll click on that. And this will bring us to a place that we can take a look at different activities. Perhaps it's something in the past that has occurred and you're doing an investigation. You can use this vision to take a look at those past events. So as you can see here, there's this fisheye lens with a wide area that we're looking at right now. It looks like it's in the cafe. What I want to do though is I'm going to click on event search and I'm going to select a few cameras here. And I just want to show you how easy these things are. So we'll toss in a couple cameras here. Take a look at a balcony and take a look at a couple areas. And let's confirm that I want to see these three cameras. However, I'm taking a look at the past, right? I mean, it's nighttime. There's nobody over there. Let's take a look at a couple days here. I'll take a look at that right before the holidays. And perhaps we can see a bit more information. So if I want to see people in motion, if I want to see other activity, we can see those types of things. And it looks a little bit funny here. It looks like there's a bunch of people, but there isn't. It's pretty much showing you the motion. So if I wanted to see what's going on and the trajectory that a particular vehicle or a particular person had, I'm able to see that with these cameras under vision. And you can take a look at not just people, but as you can see on the left side here, if you're looking for a vehicle, if you're looking for a bicycle, a bus, you can see all those things in the camera. And what I want to highlight is the power of the ecosystem, right? Because this is great data that you can not just only use for security purposes, but you can take this information into other third-party partners, and you can do so much with the data. Let's take a look at a video wall here. You can create your own custom video walls with certain videos on them, certain cameras that you want displayed at a certain time. And this is something that perhaps security can take a look at. But the possibilities are endless. What I wanted to show you is that the dashboard continues to grow. The dashboard gives you and your team so many possibilities. This is not just networking. This is not just security. This is not just the folks that are sysadmins. There's so much more to the Cisco Meraki dashboard. There's so much more to cloud management that an organization can take a look at and take advantage of and make their life easier. I hope you've enjoyed this series. This was a brief look at our cameras, but the main message here is that this is not just cameras. This is access points. This is security appliances. There's so much that you can do with Cisco Meraki and cloud management. Spend some time with your account managers and people like myself, solutions engineers, who can help you and who can talk about design and what's the best fit for your organization. Even though this series is over, I hope you enjoyed the time we've had together. There's more to come in 2025. Have a great new year.